This last topic is furry related.
Yeah, the last one is furry related.
I didn't get too much of it on furry in general, but on TikTok I have a couple of comments that were kind of impolite, and this is something we wanted to talk about.
Well, we wanted to do the New Year's thing because, well, it's coming up and we'll probably be on break next week.
Yeah.
We won't get anything done as far as the podcast.
Back to the topic.
The topic is furry hate from outside of the fandom. Meaning, people looking in on it.
And
normies,
they just
if we wanna
point
call
and
it that.
say, ha ha, furry.
Or, not even in real life, what they treat you like on the internet.
It's just dumb. I mean, yeah, you get the bad eggs and you looking out from the in, or looking in from the out, sorry.
Mm-hmm.
And you kind of assume everybody's like that. Well, it's like people in general. You get all kinds of people, and you can't assume everybody's like that from one person.
But the topic is basically like how you feel of it.
It's really stupid. It's like, why? Why do these people assume that everybody's like it just from what they hear of it, and then see some random pictures online that somebody's posted that happens to be a fursuit or whatever, and they make a joke of it and mock?
Well, I assume you wanted to do this topic because of like even what recently you shared.
Yeah, it doesn't
For,
get
like,
to me,
an
but
event.
it's still just like, why?
We went to that event
Oh.
and they were worried about you having the mask on, being there at that winter event, saying that you had to leave. You had the tweet up for it, and it was that one's basically more stemmed from
Oh, this person's
reality in general now, how the
Yeah.
U.S., how they think they need everybody to be safe, and people allow it under the guise of being safer in the country.
No.
But that is definitely being singled out for something like that. We were in a parking lot and such. But that's somebody seeing us from the outside, seeing something they don't like, something that doesn't fit into their lifestyle, and they're going to come after you and they're going to try and get rid of you. That's how that situation was, and that's kind of how furry hate on the outside in general. That one might have been a small case of it, more them trying to feel like they're doing something right for everyone.
My question is, why?
Mm-hmm.
Why hate
Well,
something that's
it's-
different?
People have always hated everything different.
But why not mind their own business?
People don't know how to mind their own business
Why aren't they being taught how to mind their own business?
because it's a big world. It's just human nature, I would say.
And then reactions to getting furry hate.
But furry's always been an easy target on the internet.
Yeah, and like you say, your stories from like furries not reacting properly to hate and kind of keeping it going by responding to the haters and the trolls, when
Well-
the best option is to just block and move on.
A lot of them do feed off of it. You definitely want to just kind of ignore it.
Yeah.
You keep replying to them. You keep going with it. They're gonna.
Honestly, what good is it going to come from responding to people who are looking for a reaction? You're giving them exactly what they want.
Well, I mean, that could even come in from the inside too. There's probably trolls trolling other furries on the inside too. So
I think
it especially comes from the outside. There's definitely certain websites that target it. They feel we're easy targets.
I don't know why it's so hard to just block somebody and not add to the fire.
It's just strange to them. Anything that's going to be strange, people are always going to go after it. I'm sure there's been a lot of cases where a lot of people see something that just isn't something they do for their whole lives, something that seems strange to them, and they're going to sit there and go, okay, why are you doing this?
Football seems strange to me, men running around in tights chasing after a ball, but you don't see me complaining about it.
See, but you're being prejudiced right there on it.
From an outsider looking in.
No, it's a far different thing. I mean, it's kind of like a hobby still. They're both kind of hobbies.
Even if you don't like it, just leave people alone who do like
Yeah,
it.
it's about
like I
not
don't like
mocking
football, I don't care about it, but I leave people who do like it alone.
Just don't mock anybody about it. Don't start
No.
any trouble. It's
No.
just what they like.
Yeah.
And that's what furry is. People enjoy
I guess
creating a character and being that character, and they want to share it.
I guess it's just different perspectives. You don't understand something different, so maybe you don't know how to react to it personally, so the first thing you do is point your finger and laugh.
I do believe that a lot of public fursuiting, if they don't allow you to do it, that's your choice too.
Well, stores and like banks and stuff.
Yeah, casinos for one.
It's understandable because you don't want anything covering your face in case something happens. It's a liability.
One of the big ones is BLFC is in a casino.
Oh, yeah.
They have the convention there. You're not allowed to go in the casino with your fursuit on with something covering your face. That's kind of how it would be at most stores.
Mm-hmm.
You can't take that as them hating you.
No, it's just policies, it's liability, them trying to cover their butts in case something happens.
Basically.
Yeah.
So that can't be construed as hate.
No.
But being out in a parking lot, being out at a park, being out at other places, that could be kind of just being discrimination from something like that.
There's no reason to do that sort of stuff. The only thing that made that parking lot event better was the yogurt guy. There wasn't any prejudice between us and that yogurt guy, and honestly, looking at that guy walking away from the event, sad even through my fursuit vision, was kind of funny.
Yeah, but
other than that, yeah, that made us pretty angry.
they were advertising though, so maybe they didn't like the advertising there.
Advertising what?
But as far as like furry hate on the internet, it's going to always be. It's existed from when I started. It probably existed from before that.
The hating and the bullying is awful, but I think the best way to get beyond it and discourage the bullies is to ignore it and block. Don't respond, don't make fun of them, don't try to have a smart answer, don't try to pretend that it's coming from a place of love instead of hate. Just quietly block and move on.
I think a lot of the hate came from like the weird CSI episode about furries. Don't ever go look up that one. It's so terrible.
But that's media. Why would you believe
media? Yeah, basically. Yeah, it's just everybody's going to always hate something that's different. Luckily, there is a lot of people out there that do actually like seeing it in person and
that's
enjoy
what
you do.
We live for.
Yeah.
We live for the fun. We live for the smiles. We live just to be ourselves.
I don't like the thought that we're stuck at cons to get out, but that might be the reality we're in.
Well,
it's tough to.
Let's go make a new reality.
Well, cons are still fun though. It's still getting out.
Yeah.
So maybe that's just how it has to be.
Parks. I don't see how public parks could be bad.
But yeah, furry hate will always be a something.
Block. Don't react.
There's probably entire websites that make fun of us.
4chan?
Well, we don't need to name names here.
That would be my guess for one of them.
We'll see. That how you feel about it though?
Don't let the bullying get to you. Just do what you love because you love it. Don't let other people tell you what to do.
Yeah.
Unless it's like for an actual reason. Like stores.
I think furry's been more accepted by a lot of things. There's still bad stories about it and people are always going to pick on those. That's where the hate's going to come from.
People make fun of everything.
But the bigger conventions, the more money being brought into those areas, the more people accept it, and who knows? I don't want it to be really mainstream, but I want it to be more accepted for sure.
People make fun of everything. Furry's not the exception to people being nice to other people.
Oh, yeah.
So don't let the bullying change you. Just
there's people that hate anime conventions and people that cosplay.
Be yourself.
It's just weird to them. I guess they just want to sit at home and watch TV all day and do nothing fun.
Just be yourself. Don't let anybody tell you what fun means to you. Because only you know what it means to you.
My thoughts entirely are just live with it, try to get away from it, and enjoy what you do. That about
The
it?
end.
That about it?
Yes.
You good?
Yeah.
All right.